You don't know how many times I receive messages, comments, emails asking me where to buy DIOR HOMME PARFUM. Yes, DIOR HOMME PARFUM is difficult to get, but today you're going to be able to buy it at FragranceBuy.ca. I'm going to tell you all about the details on how to buy this fragrance, this long sought after fragrance, and my favorite designer fragrance. If you're curious to find out about it, please stay tuned. Also, in the bonus section, I've been wanting to talk about STEPHANE Humbert Lucas. We're going to talk about Soleil the Jeddah, which is also currently selling at FragranceBuy.ca with all of the great discounts that are happening over there. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Sebastian. Yes, we're going to talk about DIOR HOMME PARFUM, but in general, we're talking about the Black Friday sale that's currently live at FragranceBuy.ca. Have you guys bought from there? I can't believe these guys get DIOR HOMME PARFUM frequently there. In fact, if you go there and it's not there, you can always put your email address, and once they drop the fragrances, they'll notify you. You can always get it that way. I've gotten a couple of bottles that way, but now they have a big stock of DIOR HOMME PARFUM there, and I collaborated with the FragranceBuy to kind of let you guys know about this promotion, and this is your chance to get yourself a bottle of DIOR HOMME PARFUM, one of my favorite fragrances from the designer world. If you don't know much about DIOR HOMME PARFUM, I'm going to talk to you about that. Let me tell you the details of the Black Friday sale that's currently happening over at FragranceBuy. So Black Friday sale is live currently at FragranceBuy.ca. It ends Sunday night. So the deal is you buy one, you get one at 23% off with the code BF2023. And you could stack it with free shipping over USD $99 with code FREESHIPBF99. This is great because if you really like this fragrance and you've been wanting a bottle, buy one at the current retail price there and then get the second one at 23% off with the code BF2023. So this is your chance to buy this fragrance. I think you're going to love it. It's one of my favorites. It's the 2020 edition, but the latest, formulations currently. But there's also other fragrances that are there. Of course, the DHP is there. Of course, Soleil the Jeddah from STEPHANE Humbert Lucas. They have a lot of great niche fragrances there that are really nicely priced. But other fragrances from houses like Goldfield and Banks. There's Armani Stronger With You Absolutely Parfum, Paco Rabanne 1 Million Gold Oud Intense, plus thousands and thousands more fragrances. There's Door Crashers limited time price drops as well, and this is all while supplies last. I know that DIOR HOMME PARFUM is going to run out, so if you've been on the hunt for this, please buy it now because this is your chance. They have a lot of stock there, and this will run out, especially since it is Black Friday and people are, buying things today. So not only do you get discounts, you have your chance of buying DIOR HOMME PARFUM, and I totally trust the guys at FragranceBuy.ca. I bought fragrances there many times, and I do have collaborations with them as well. I've done various videos on the channel whenever they have a promotion. But take advantage of that now, and on to my review for DIOR HOMME PARFUM. I've reviewed it many times on the channel, but you're going to find out more about it right now if you don't know anything about it. So if you don't know much about DIOR HOMME PARFUM, this is a fragrance that initially launched in 2014. Then it was redone in 2020. Initially it came in a 75 ml bottle, a bit thicker. And then in 2020 I think they kind of diluted it down a little bit and they moved it into a 100 ml bottle. And they launched it in 2020 as a 100 ml bottle. It's created by Francois Demachy, both versions, obviously. And again, it's one of my favorite fragrance DNAs. Absolutely love it. I like the DIOR HOMME PARFUM a lot. It's my favorite. In fact, I love it. But I also really enjoy DIOR HOMME Intense. And then DIOR HOMME, the original, is fairly nice as well. But I like my fragrances super strong. So that's what I like about DIOR HOMME PARFUM. It's concentrated. It's heavy. It's nice. It's lots of powder. It's a bit makeup-y as well. And it has notes of Florentine iris, Ceylonese sandalwood, leather, ambrette, agarwood, cedar, rose, and oranges. So basically, if you're familiar with DIOR HOMME Original, basically take that and make it concentrated, remove all the freshness, add some more intense notes, like the leather is really amplified in here. The iris is all very buttery and rich as well. You do get a bit of a kind of a lipsticky vibe in this. And I always mention this, just imagine you as a kid going through your mom's purse, leather purse, and she's got her lipstick in there, and you somehow got your hands on that lipstick and you started smearing it all over that leather purse. That's the kind of smell this is. I don't know if lipstick these days has a smell, but for me, I remember my mom's lipstick had that very fragrant smell of kind of rose violet, and of course that's what I get with this one. It's basically lots of leather with that very heavy dosage of buttery iris. Super, super sexy, amazing, amazing fragrance. Really love it. And again, it's a bit lighter than the original in 2014 with the 75 ml bottle. But once again, even the 2020 version of Dior Homme Parfum still remains to be my favorite designer fragrance that's currently on the market. Let's talk a little bit about the availability of this fragrance, because it is selling currently at FragranceBuy.ca for sure. This is your chance to buy it. There's plenty of stock. And I want you guys to make sure, if you've been after this fragrance, get yourself a bottle, because if you procrastinate or put it off, they're going to run out for sure. This will sell out because it is so difficult to get. But you know what? I recently started using Wiki Parfum. Are you guys familiar with this website? And I started noticing that on that website, they mentioned that this fragrance is discontinued. So I did start saying that the fragrance is discontinued because it is really, really difficult to find. You can find it in France once in a while. They don't even put it out when you go to like department stores and things like that where they sell the Dior Homme Parfum. They usually have to go under the counter and grab bottles. There's no tester there or anything. You ask for it. If they have it, get the tester out and smell it. But yeah, it's really, really difficult to get this fragrance. Really, really difficult, especially for us in the USA. Yes, I saw this fragrance selling in Dubai. I was in Dubai recently. It was at the airport. It was also in various Dior stores. It was selling like it was basically regular stock there. And of course, I see it occasionally in Europe as well. And a lot of you mentioned you do find it at duty frees. Yes, I do see them in duty frees, but definitely not in the USA duty frees. I haven't seen Dior Homme Parfum in a USA duty free since maybe like towards the latter part of the 2010s when it was still the 75 ml. But since then, nothing. So if you're on the hunt for this fragrance, again, my favorite designer fragrance still to this day, even in the 100 ml edition, get it now before they run out, because this is a great, great deal to get today. And those of you, like I said, have been mentioning where you can buy it. You can buy it at FragranceBuy. And again, I have bought many fragrances from FragranceBuy. I've also collaborated on videos with them. And I'm doing this collaboration with them for the fact that they are now selling Dior Homme Parfum. It's my favorite fragrance. And it was great that they gave me the opportunity to announce this to my entire audience who's been wanting to buy a bottle of Dior Homme Parfum. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on Dior Homme Parfum. What do you think about it? Are you still on the hunt for a bottle? Are you going to take advantage of this Black Friday promotion over at FragranceBuy.ca? Put a comment down below so I can find out. And those of you that love this fragrance, consider that a promotion of getting that additional discount if you buy more than one. I think it's a great deal. I would buy several, but I've already bought plenty of these and I have a back stock of them. So I don't need to buy any further. But those of you that are on the hunt, please take advantage of this, because FragranceBuy.ca will run out of this, and it is a super, super sexy fragrance. One of the best ever made DNAs in fragrances. And of course, it started with Dior Homme, but I think Dior Homme Parfum it's just like the climax, the best of the best from the whole series. I absolutely love it and can't get enough of it. In fact, I find fragrances that kind of smell like this because I'm so addicted with this kind of a DNA in smell in fragrances. Anyway, those are my thoughts on Dior Homme Parfum. Let me know your thoughts on it. Have you guys bought fragrances from FragranceBuy.ca? Put a comment down so I can find out. And are you going to take advantage of getting yourself a bottle of Dior Homme Parfum? Do it fast before they run out, because I'm going to post this all over social media, and hopefully I think, they'll definitely run out. But either way, thanks so much for watching today's video. If you have any questions or comments, please list below. Please like this video. Please share it. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. And don't forget to stick around for me to do first impressions of Stéphane Humbert Lucas's Soleil de Jeddah. You guys familiar with this fragrance? Find out about it. And as promised, I am doing a quick first impressions on Stéphane Humbert Lucas fragrance Soleil de Jeddah. I've been wanting to do videos on this house, but I haven't really been able to. But when I got the chance to talk about Dior Homme Parfum for this video, I said let's talk about Stefan Humbert Lucas Soleil de Jeddah as well. They have this niche line over at FragranceBuy.ca. You can take advantage of buying any niche fragrances that are there that are currently on that promotion. The promotion is amazing. I think definitely worth taking advantage of it and utilizing the free shipping and the additional discount and everything. But who's a fan of Stefan Humbert Lucas? What are your favorite fragrances from this house? I've met the guy, the man behind the brand, and I'd like to collaborate with them, but I haven't really had a chance. And their fragrances are not really sold here easily found. Like, they're not at like all the department stores or any of the smaller niche houses. They're a little more kept as a brand, so that's why I haven't really dug into the brand, because I can't really go anywhere to smell the fragrances. Sure, Lucky Scent sells them, but I have to like buy samples or go to their store or something like that. But when I got the chance, as I said, I took advantage of it. And Soleil de Jeddah is one of the best from this house, from what I've read, and from what I've smelled as well. But do let me know if you're a fan of Stefan Humbert Lucas, and do let me know if you are a fan of Soleil de Jeddah. And if you are not a fan of this one, which fragrances do you enjoy from this house? Put a comment down below so I can find out. Alright, so this is my very first bottle, full presentation of Stefan Humbert Lucas. I do have one of their fragrances, but it's a tester, so it doesn't have full presentation. And I like this presentation. It's not so big, giant, like lots of presentation that it's extremely heavy. It's a nice size, nice weight and everything, and I think it's also really not too big to transport and things like that. But the fragrance is in a box like this. Again, very compact, and then it's laying in there like that. I'm not going to flash it all the way because it's going to have a really bad reflection, but hopefully it'll focus there. But we'll go ahead and put photos up. There is this little saying up here in French. I don't speak French, but go ahead and read that if you feel like. And a lot of people call this brand SHL because it is such a long name, Stefan Humbert Lucas. And do let me know if you're a fan of Soleil de Jeddah. I think this is one of the most popular fragrances from this house. It features notes of leather, wild chamomile, osmanthus, amber, ambergris, lemons, iris roots, iris butter, earthy notes, Madagascar vanilla. So let's go ahead and smell this. Let me know if you're a fan, as I said, and let me know what fragrances are your favorites. Which fragrances are your favorites from Stefan Humbert Lucas? For sure, it's leathery, and I'm getting the fruitiness, and I think it's coming from that osmanthus. And there's also a bit of herbal quality from that wild chamomile note. And there's some sweetness wrapped around it as well. But I'm feeling the powderiness. It has iris roots and iris butter as well. But the fragrance has earthy notes. It's almost like soil. It smells like soil a little bit in the background. There's this kind of, like an earthy note of soil. More earthy notes, but you can totally smell the earth in here. I do get some lemons or something citrusy, not necessarily a distinct smell like lemons, but there's a sweetness in there as well. It's not overly sweet. It's leathery for sure, but buttery, rich leathery. And then that fruitiness for sure. It's a beautiful, beautiful fragrance, I think. This is definitely one of the best from this house. And for me also, there's a bit of soapiness in here. Do you guys get that? Something soapy in the background. A bit like soap. Like fresh, buttery, really rich, expensive soap. But it's gorgeous. Let's quickly smell it on skin as well. Let me go ahead and spray it. The fragrance, even though it's a tiny bottle, it has pretty good spray there. And I feel like once on skin, it is projecting quite a bit. Now I can smell it totally. And it does have a beefiness about it. But I don't know, not too experienced with the brand. I don't think this brand is known for like extremely beastly fragrances. But I feel like this is really robust. For me, on skin, it's more soapy. Not sure why, but the fruitiness is there for sure. And it's uber powdery. There's a major soapy component, and I don't know if it's the leather, the ambergris. Something is creating this kind of like soapy experience. But quite nice, quite nice. This is definitely on the sweet side, but not overly sweet, because that vanilla is kind of faint. And for sure, it's got that fruity sweetness in here, and then the ambergris touch. I think it's a great, great release. Glad to be able to talk about it, and hopefully I'll be able to feature this in videos coming up. But let me know if you're a fan of Soleil de Jeddah. Are you familiar with this one? Are you hoping to get your nose on it? do let me know, put a comment down. And also, like I said, please let me know what your favorite fragrances are from this brand. I'd like to dig in further. I hope there was a retailer nearby that could start carrying this house, because sometimes I like to experience fragrances over and over again to start falling in love with them. And then blind buys are not my favorite, although I do them all the time. But sometimes they're not that easy for very expensive brands, and this is definitely one of the most expensive brands out there, especially since it's a 50 ml bottle and makes it expensive. But don't forget, this is selling right now over at FragranceBuy.ca, and it is discounted, plus there's that additional discount if you buy 2 fragrances, and don't forget free shipping. So I think it's a great Black Friday promotion. But either way, those are my thoughts on Soleil de Jeddah. First impression thoughts on this fragrance. Do let me know your thoughts, and do again take advantage of the deal to buy DIOR HOMME PARFUM. I don't think it's going to be a lot left, because it's Black Friday, people are shopping, and when they see that this is available on the website, they're going to buy it, especially since you can get that additional discount if you buy more than one item. Anyway, thanks so much for tuning in today. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Oh, I should also say, stay tuned for several videos today on various promotions and things like that for Black Friday.